Hey guys, it's Chris Wolf, a friend of mine who I'm mentoring, asked me to help her improve her executive presence. And I came up with this little reminder, so I'm going to share it with you just now. In any decision or any business problem, there are people at the bottom of the totem pole, frankly, who have to think about all the tactical work of what needs to be done every day. And they'll go to their bosses and say, hey, boss, I've got to do this. How should I go about it? The boss will give instructions, the worker carries it out. And when the boss is trying to figure out how things should be done, he may ask his super boss, how should I go about this? And the boss will say, well, geez, why are we doing this in the first place? So if you're smart, you'll provide that answer up front and look strategic. So follow this happy path. Whenever you have something that needs to be explained to somebody, start with the why question. So for example, we are having an annual conference because we want to engage our employees and make sure that our talent are happy. That's the reason why we're spending so much money going about outsourcing and investing in great events and great facilities, et cetera, et cetera. And so what we need to do about that is the following. You'll see here, here's a task, but instead of describing what we're doing and working my way from bottom up, I've reminded the audience, whether that's my boss, his boss, etc., even a stranger, I've reminded them why we're doing this, how we're going about it, and then what we need to do. And then for extra credit, omit the incidentals. So you may say, well, what the heck are incidentals? Nothing's incidental here. Well, the incidentals are all the details that you need to take care of, but other people don't need to worry about it because guess what? You've got it covered. And that makes you look strategic and reliable. But it's human nature to want to show off all that hard work. So I suggest that when you want to show off your work to your boss and onward to his boss or her boss, write it down in a list. Have 3 sections. Here's what I need to do. Here's what I'm doing. And here's what's already done. And use a coding scheme to say, hey, these are the things that I've got covered and here's some that I need some help with. And here's what it might look like. So for the things that you have done, give a quick description. Check them off, use a question mark, or God forbid you have to, a big frowny face. And here's some of the ways you could code things. So check marks are already done. This is behind you. So if it was a red check, hey, this is done, didn't go our way, oh well. If it's a yellow check, hey, wasn't perfect, but it's all behind us and it's all good. Or it might just be neutral. Things that are done, green check. If you have questions, call out the ones where you have trouble, where you may just have a concern or a little query to make, or if you have a question but everything's okay, just put that as a green question mark. And then there may be things you completely forget to do. So put a circle around those. And if you're worried, or if it's just slipped, or hey, I'm not worried about it, indicate that as well. And that's just a few bits of executive thinking. And when it all goes wrong, find yourself one of these and do this. See ya.